The one thing about semen retention that usually they don't tell you is that having a primary focus before you even get on these long streets is very important, because at the end of the day, you need to put this energy into good use. If you don't have a primary focus, it's going to go as other means, whether as distractions. It's going to come out as frustration because you're not circulating that energy, and it's going to come into ultimately feeding other people's reality. Right? This energy is used to create your own reality. So if you're not using it accordingly, if you're not using it to building yourself up, it's going to go somewhere else where you don't have an intent. So it's going to go somewhere. So that's the thing, is that having a primary focus or intent and a vision of what's going to require all this particular energy is so important. You can't have just small goals. You can have small goals to reach those big goals. But at the same time, you want to have a vision that pretty much you're going to know is going to require a lot of energy. Whether it's you becoming pretty much a millionaire, billionaire, or whatever it is that's in your heart's intent. You want to focus on that, because all this energy is going to be able to go into that particular means, right? Intensity is the key. What's the use of you building up all this energy if you're not putting it into good use? You know, it's just going to go into other means of which is not productive in your life. Right? It might be productive to a person that you're constantly watching on YouTube. It might be productive to maybe your distractions, but is it really making you any money? Is it really building up your energy in a productive means? How is your relationships? How is your experience with life? Is it getting any better? Right? This is the purpose of you building up all this energy, is to make your life better. So doing these particular spiritual practices, having a focus to put this energy, and being able to constantly expand is very important. You want to look at your energy like a river. The river wants to constantly flow. That's the nature of its energy. But when it's dammed up, it begins to become suppressed. And that suppression is going to lead to depression or frustration. This is where a lot of this anger comes from individuals that go on long streaks and they don't transmute the energy. They don't do anything that's intense to really use the energy in a productive means. You know, that's what's going to happen. You know, the energy wants to go somewhere and it's stuck in the root chakra because you're not using it accordingly. You're not sending it to the higher faculties of your spirit. So remember that before you go on these long streaks, and even if you're on your streaks right now, put that energy into a good use.